What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Now, in today's video, I want to give you a quick update on what's happening with Bitcoin's price because I am getting a little bit concerned for the short term, and I want to show you why. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into the video. Now, guys, also don't forget, if you do want to trade some Bitcoin with the link to Margex down in the description below, remember, you don't need to KYC, you don't need a VPN. Anyone in the world can start trading within just a few minutes on up to 50 to 100x leverage, and they're also doing a $500,000 cashback airdrop for its high volume users right now. It's rather easy to hit these little milestones in which they have as well. So go get you a couple $1,000s worth of cashback with the link down in the description below. But looking at Bitcoin here, what we are going to be paying attention to is the structure in which Bitcoin has been creating now for the month of August. As I have been seeing this and as I have been watching it, I've been keeping a close eye on how this was playing out. We saw, of course, what I presume to possibly be a bit of an Adam and Eve or cup and handle pattern, whatever you'd like to call it. And I told you all, once you break this breakout zone, you're in spot in which you can really catch some momentum. But of course, what happened was that we saw a ton of liquidations hit the market. We saw a failed backtest here, and then of course the invalidation of the breakout of this zone. Now, as this has happened, as we have seen this pullback, something rather concerning has happened. The concerning thing is that Bitcoin has now created what many people, including myself, would consider to be an ascending channel. Now, you may think, well, Tyler, that's a good thing, right? Higher highs, higher lows. Not quite. The issue is that whenever you see an ascending channel off of the break of a downtrend like this, these are typically continuation patterns. These are typically patterns in which you'll do this, then you'll continue back towards the downside. We have seen about a 70 to 80% breakout rate to the downside of ascending channels that happen following a pullback to the downside. And so knowing that there's a 70 to 80% chance that Bitcoin's price does break towards the downside, I obviously am now getting a little bit concerned in the short term that we may see a bit of a price pullback. Now, if you're wondering where this pullback could happen to, I would assume that it would be somewhere between $56,000 and $54,000. Not only is it your breakout target of this ascending level of support, but it also aligns extremely well with your liquidation levels. What you can see here is that on the daily charts, we are seeing more liquidations that will happen if this market goes down than will happen if this market goes up. And the majority of those liquidations are happening around $58,000, $57,000, and $56,000. And we're also seeing another batch of them that will happen around $55,000 here on the 30-day charts. And so, of course, because of that, knowing a ton of liquidations will happen if this market pulls back, I'm getting a little bit concerned that that may be on the way. Now, remember, we're in a bull market. There are no guarantees of anything to the downside happening, and this market may just really continue upwards, break through this, of course, retest back up towards this friggin' $68,000 high, and next thing you know, none of this even mattered. We set in some type of little channel, some type of weird little double bottom that's not at the bottom, and none of this even mattered, and that would be fantastic. But all I know is I don't know what's going to happen. I just have to be aware of what could happen. And so where I'm at right now, knowing we're in a bull market, knowing this market's going to push higher at some given point, it's not like I'm selling right now. I'm not even going short right now. All I'm doing is being prepared and understanding that we may see this pullback. And if this is the case, I do have buy orders set in at 56.4K and at 54.0K or 54.05K, just because I do believe that these would be two pretty decent times to buy. And maybe that is going to be the point in which we do establish some type of double bottom, right? Maybe this is what we're trying to build into before attempting to make that move towards the upside. So the primary purpose of today's video, just letting you guys know, hey, look, pay attention. We might get a pullback here. It's no big deal. If so, it is expected. It is an organic pullback. It's not something scary. We would see some liquidations. And of course, from there, I would be doing some purchasing in this zone, expecting that Bitcoin's price could move higher from it. Of course, you guys know September historically isn't the best month ever, but Q4 is a damn good month historically. And so because of that, obviously, it is something that I am preparing for. And the primary way in which I am preparing for it is quite simply just doing some dollar cost averaging. I'm buying in some crypto. I'm getting prepared for, when September, October, November, when those months come around, because I do think that if we can do the right amount of buying and the right type of buying in that time frame, we could get put in a good spot. Now, guys, don't forget, if you do want to get even more information from me about the more broad market, what is happening from a fundamental perspective, I do have a second channel called the Crypto Catch Up, where you can catch up on crypto every single morning, where we talk about the broad market, Bitcoin, some altcoins occasionally. I did a Solana video the other day. I know you guys like that. And so there is a lot of information for you there. So make sure you do go check that out if it does interest you. But overall, that's going to be about it for today's quick update. Of course, please don't forget that if you do want to get access to that $500,000 cashback airdrop, you do go check out the Margex link down in the description below. And of course, I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.